We're going to talk in this video about chunking your organization into meaningful chunks of management that can manage units of work, can manage problems, and can get their arms around each of those situations. And we're also going to talk about the importance of that chunk or management team having responsibility and accountability that are matched. So the problem is we're sometimes overwhelmed when we try to take on large challenges. We wonder about resource capabilities to meet the challenge, and you might say, as a leader, we're trying to take on a bigger bite than we can chew. I find this to be true with lots of different organizations that I consult with. And it really kind of starts with a mission statement. When you try to write a mission statement and put too much into it, you're really sort of building yourself a problem right off the bat, a bigger problem than you can deal with. So we want to talk about using chunks of the organization, manage the organization into chunks that are more meaningful. In a recent blog I wrote titled Leadership Enables Quality Planning, which is posted on my website, I outlined the 4 different distinct types of plans that a leader can facilitate. And those are the strategic plan, which is the business plan, tactical plan, which is synonymous with the marketing plan, and operational plan, which is the supply chain map, and contingency planning, where we're thinking about situations and problems that have some likelihood of occurring, and we're trying to anticipate those, get in front of those with a contingency plan that will allow us to deal with them without a great amount of stress or chaos in the organization. A great leadership characteristic, therefore, is knowing how to chunk work into chewable bites. This is truly a problem-solving technique for a leader. And when you think about the 4 different types of plans that we've talked about, you can look at inputs, outputs, and probably even involve different functions and parts of the organization. But getting those organizational chunks in a size that can be, manageable is really important. Chunking work applies to assigning small, effective organizational groups to address problems, solutions, and analysis. Remember the plan to evaluate circle. Create groups of organizational chunks that have responsibility and accountability and authority to match the size of the task, so that they can handle planning and doing and evaluating. As a leader or leadership team captain, these small groups will provide much better direction to the organization. It will be a much more actionable and measurable group, and they'll have a much greater sense of ownership. At the leadership level, you can always add up the sum of the chunks to equal the whole, and most times, the full result of adding that up will be 100. But there's a great multiplier effect coming from these work groups that I'm referring to as chunks, because oftentimes when you multiply the effect of these chunks of work into chewable bites, you end up with an actual score of greater than 100. This is a video from Lienhart Leadership Consulting, and like I said, you can find all of our videos at my website, which is bradlienhart.com. If you'd like any help with the idea of chunking work, please feel free to contact me at lienhartb@yahoo.com